Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.
Welcome to Kalamazoo Lively Arts, the show that takes you inside Kalamazoo's vibrant creative community and explores the people who breathe life into the arts. I'm John Koch here at Miller Auditorium. On today's show, we'll give you a taste of summer by touring a few of the staples in the Kalamazoo community. We'll learn about the renowned KIA Arts Fair, get silly at the Doodah Parade, and experience a special release party with performances at our Arcadia Ales Riverfront Beer Garden stage.
I'm at the Kalamazoo Institute of Arts to talk to Katie Houston, who's the marketing manager, because we have a big event here and it's called June Jubilee. It's kind of the kickoff of summer in Kalamazoo, and she's over Art Fair. We're going to talk about what happens at Art Fair and all the excitement it generates for the city. So tell me a little bit about Art Fair. How did it get started?
Oh, the Kalamazoo Institute of Arts Fair started in the 50s, so it's almost 70 years old. It started as a community art fair called the Clothesline Art Fair. Lines were strung between trees. Folks brought their artwork down, so whoever had a drawing or a painting, all ages were welcome. And it was, you know, the original art in the park, which we still hear people calling it art in the park.
Right.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of history and charm and memories built up around it.
What I noticed when I was there was when I walked around, it represented all of Kalamazoo. I mean, all different ages. There were kids there. It's family friendly, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We pride ourselves on having something for everybody. There's a kids activity tent, so there's art making for the children.
Yes.
And the Doodah Parade goes by on Saturday, and so it's, as you said, June Jubilee is the whole weekend, and we like to think we're a cornerstone of that.
Now this caught my eye. In fact, a particular ring caught my eye so much that I had to have it. And I'm here with John Mrochak, right. And you're from Mishawaka, Indiana, right? Mm-hmm. Now, first of all, do you like just tour all over the country in the summer?
Oh yeah, I do like 10 shows in Florida. I do shows in Colorado, Vermont, Connecticut, wow. And then locally here too.
So what brings you to Kalamazoo? Is there something about this art fair that you like?
It's been going on for years. I've been doing shows for 40-some years, and I heard about this show way back then. And it's close to home, so that makes it easy.
That's always more fun. Well, you know, John, my ring, it's the piano keys, and it's an interesting concept, because I said, you make this? And you said, yeah, but I designed it too. And what goes into that?
Designing is, it comes hard sometimes it comes easy. Like, for instance, that ring, I made it first for a couple. He was a piano player, and he was a piano tuner, and she asked me to design something that they could wear that was special to that, so I designed that.
Well, it caught my eye, too, because I want to be a piano player. So that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. So anyway, thank you so much for talking with you, John. This is just beautiful. So many different stones. How did it evolve over the years? Because it must have changed, right?
I think it changed, of course. We've seen pictures in the 70s, and it was ceramics everywhere. And so ceramics is still a big part, but we expanded, and as you know, glass became an art form in the United States in the 1970s. Back in the 50s and 60s, you would not have seen art glass there. Jewelry, metal sculpture, mixed media. So as things have evolved in the craft and in the fine arts, we have had a critical mass of artists wanting to exhibit, and we were thrilled to expand over the year.
I saw you here, Chris Laporte from, of course, Art Prize, the big winner, the Cavalry. I have your caricature in my office. It's the only piece of art.
Wow, that's what an honor.
So what brings you here to this particular art fair?
Well, great weather, a lot of fun, inclusive artwork. Yeah.
And so you're doing caricatures, and she looks adorable. I love this caricature.
She hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, okay, here it goes.
Aw, I love it. It's great, thank you.
He made your eyes so pretty blue.
No, I love it.
So who is this?
Oh, that's my boyfriend with me.
What do you think?
I think it looks pretty good.
Thinks it looks pretty good. All right, and awesome. Well, you can't get much better than awesome, right? Okay, Chris, thank you so much for talking with me here today. It was great seeing you again. So what about awards? Do you have awards for artists?
Absolutely. Just as the artists are juried in so that they can be at the fair, we have jurors on Friday who select best in medium, and those awards are presented that evening at the artists' dinner. And if you win an award, you are invited to return without any fees the following year.
Oh, nice.
So that's, one part of our mission is to support artists, of course, and to introduce people to art, enjoying it, making it in the art school, learning about it in some of our programs, be it a lecture, a demonstration, or a film. And this is a very concrete way to support artists and introduce the community to fine art.
You're doing great things here at the Kalamazoo Institute of Art. So
That's nice
thank
to
you
hear.
so much
My
for talking
pleasure,
with me
of
today.
course.
It's been a pleasure. So what if we threw a parade for no reason at all except to throw a parade? That is what the Doodah Parade is all about. Check out the dinosaurs here. We've got so many different floats and cars, all people dressed up in all the different costumes, the colors, the smiles. You can't come down to this without getting happy. And that's what we're doing here at the Doodah Parade. Look at this. Look at all this candy. So you are here at the Doodah Parade, and you've had to leave pretty early this morning to be able to get a good seat like this, right?
We actually got here a little late, but we found a spot.
And how many years have you been coming to the Doodah Parade?
This is my first year coming to the Doodah Parade.
So was it what you expected? Were there some surprises?
Yeah, it was great. We enjoyed seeing all of the different businesses and organizations that support LGBTQ.
Yeah. And do you think that you're going to return next year?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Now check out the the candy take. This is what got my attention. This is probably one of the best things about the Doodah Parade for you guys, right? Did you have any favorite floats? What was your favorite part when you saw everything driving by? Yeah.
The fire truck. Candy for Brock. And the candy. And the fire truck.
And what? And what?
All the candy and the
everybody
fire
loves
truck. And the candy.
Candy is a big winner here at the Doodah Parade. Well, I'm here with Deb Droppers, who is the Executive Director of the Kalamazoo Experiential Learning Center. That's a mouthful. And she's also really the go-to woman when it comes to the Doodah Parade. So first of all, tell me, what is the Experiential Learning Center?
Well, we hire college interns in marketing, PR, and event management who work as consulting street teams for nonprofits. So we put on events. And Doodah is just one of them.
So Deb, for someone who doesn't know what the Doodah Parade is, what is it and how would you describe it? Like, when did it get started?
Well, it started in 1984, and it was actually Lori Moore who started it.
Local TV personality.
Absolutely. And she started it because this whole station kind of was a little edgy. WKMI was back then. It was very edgy. And so she said, we've got to have fun. We've got to do something for families. And so actually, Doodah is really a family respite in a very intense art-focused weekend with Super Saturday.
Yes.
So back in 1984, Super Saturday, had all the beautiful art shows. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of things for kids to do. So what they did was they came up with this fun parade, and they actually took it from Pasadena.
Right.
And Pasadena had started this parade as the opposite of the Rose Bowl parade. So Lori Moore and David Steer both said, well, let's do this, and it will be really fun on Super Saturday.
Right.
And so it's been a great tradition.
So I'm here with Scarlett, and who are you representing?
We are representing the Old World Village in Augusta.
So Scarlett, why do you do it? I mean, why do you wake up this early on a Saturday morning, come out here, and it's kind of chilly?
It is a little bit chilly, but I mean, look around. We've got so much entertainment going on. We just wanted to be a part of the fun and to, get the word out there of what we're doing.
And what is your favorite part of the parade?
My favorite part of the parade is just seeing everybody's parodies, seeing what they've got going on, and just being able to come out and participate, really.
And we got everybody here. You can see all the great costumes. This is what kind of drew me to it. I mean, this is like classic. Now, I want to see a sword fight. Someone said that they'd promised me that I could get a sword fight. Okay, because I've never seen a real sword fight before. And those are real swords, I can tell.
Real swords. That is Alex and Brandon. Alex does some participating with the local jail that we have at the Old World Village. Brandon used to be a part of the Swords of Valor, so they got their training through the Swords of Valor. And as you can see, they know how to wield a weapon.
I wish I knew how to wield a weapon like that. Man, that was classic. Thank you so much. I've never seen it before. That's the way you do it. Thank you so much for talking with me here today. Have fun. You look great.
Thank you.
So Deb, what was the theme for this year's Doodah Parade?
It was Energize Kalamazoo. So they had two different choices. They could do a parody, which is kind of making fun of a person, place, or thing, which in this era is a little questionable.
Right.
But the other one was Energize Kalamazoo. And with Consumers Energy and also with the YMCA as our lead sponsors, it just made sense,
yes,
to energize Kalamazoo. So people did all different kinds of things. They did Kings of the Solar Table. Right? And that was Kalamazoo in Bloom that did that. So that was really fun. And they took second place.
The sword guys, from Old World, I think. They were from Old World.
So they could kind of take that whole kind of concept of energize community, health and wellness, and it allowed a lot of latitude to have fun, to create something that would resonate with who they are and what they do as a service or what they sell.
At the Doodah Parade, talk about a crazy amount of people. And you are Jax. How long have you been coming to the parade?
This is my second year here. I'm here with my family and my stepchildren, and we're here to support out front. My stepchildren are both involved with that, and we have a great time every year coming here. It's fantastic.
Now tell me, when you come, you have to wake up really early in the morning to get a good spot, right?
Yes.
So what is your favorite part of the parade?
My favorite part is just seeing how the kids react and getting everything. He mustached me a question and a whole bunch of fun stuff. I love seeing everyone's face light up when the people walk down the street at it. I love Kalamazoo and I love the city and I love this parade so much.
And it's been 2 years for you now. You said this is your first year. So what does it feel like? Was it more than what you expected? What do you think?
It was more than fantastic. It was definitely, I don't even know what I was expecting. I wasn't really expecting super much. I was expecting like huge flashy floats, but this was better.
Yeah. And what is your favorite part so far? Did you have like a favorite float that you watched?
The guy in the Deadpool costume that I got a picture with. That was the best part.
So there's something for everybody here. It's the Doodah Parade. Well, someone told me that you actually do float building classes.
We do.
Is that true?
We do.
Where do you begin to build a float?
Well, first of all, we reach out to people who have trailers, and people who have trailers are like landscape form places. So we do reach out to them and we say, would you like to let so-and-so, kind of like matchmaking,
right,
would you like to let so-and-so borrow the trailer?
But with positive results.
Right. You can put your logo down there. But then what we also do is we go back to, back to high school. Do you remember, I think talk about tradition, some of our favorite memories are when you made those floats in high school with chicken wire, remember, with all those tissue papers. You'd stuff that stuff in there. So we have some how-to videos, and we do some of those kinds of things to teach people different ways to decorate. And one of the things that we did is the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation kind of gave us a little bit of seed money to come up with workshop ideas. And so we've been doing that. We did workshops. Crawl Space Eviction, came in and they did a whole thing of how do you create a parody that's appropriate.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I may need to get in on one of those float building classes because there's nothing like being in a parade, is there? So, Deb, thank you so much for talking with me a little bit today about the Doodad Parade. I'm at Arcadia Ales Brewing here in Kalamazoo, a big party going on. In fact, it's a release party for Motörhead Road Crew Brew. There are aerial acts, there's circus acts, and there's bands playing. Let's check one of those out, taking the stage. Well, it is a party going on here, so tell me a little bit about how this collaboration really came to be.
Well, Arcadia Brewing Company started in 1996 in Battle Creek, moved here in 2014. We are a British-inspired, Michigan-brewed company. So with that British heritage, our founder and CEO, Tim Surprise, he's got some great connects in the UK. We met global merchandising through Naked Brands, which is one of our importers there. So met the global merchandising who holds all the rights for the Motörhead merchandising. And they came to beautiful Kalamazoo. They tasted our beer. We showed them our city. We showed them what we're all about here. And they thought we were the perfect fit.
Researchers down there from the mission before. Familiar details of a forgotten world. We see the satellites that orbit the earth. Researchers contents to see what you love. Long way from home. Zero, you're right.
Well, and I'm thinking, like, out of all the towns in all the world, they chose Kalamazoo. So what does this mean for the city of Kalamazoo as well?
We think it's great for the state of Michigan as well as the city of Kalamazoo. I'm very biased. I'm from Michigan, so I think we have the best beer in the world.
Yeah.
But some people argue that, but we'll stand by that. We think that this is a great way to kind of show people what Kalamazoo's all about. Of course, the people from Kalamazoo know about Gibson guitars as well as heritage. So we have a lot of roots in the rock and roll music. So we're just excited to be part of this,
Long way from home.
Tell me a little bit about Motörhead beer.
Road Crew is an American IPA. We use Citra, Centennial, and Cascade hops in it. It's a really nice, crushable IPA.
What does that mean?
So just, you can have more than one or two of it. We want it to be a very approachable beer. We put a lot of time into planning this beer, pilot batches, testing it with all of our brewers, with our staff, everybody, asking our retailers what they'd look for, anything like that. So we took our time and made sure we put out the right beer, and we're behind it 100%.
Long way from home.
Motörhead Road Crew Brew, is that only available here at Arcadia for right now?
No. So today is the beer release party. We're launching in the Great Lakes region to start. Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. That's our footprint right now. We're launching there. And then we'll see, the plan is, the people are talking. They want it all over the country. So my job starts today. You know, the staff here, this is like the end of the tunnel for them, but this is where my job starts.
Yeah.
So.
See the lies are going in your mind when a darkness in your eyes.
And you know, Lemmy Kilmister, we
Yes.
got Lemmy's Lounge over here. So what's that all about?
Well, Lemmy's Lounge, that's our VIP and distinguished guest area. Lemmy had this idea. He wanted to have free beer every day of the year. And unfortunately in the state of Michigan, we can't give away free beer. So you buy a VIP, you get a couple free beers with that. So, you know, Lemmy's Lounge is just saying thank you to the bands, to Motörhead, to Global Merchandising, everybody that's coming out having fun. You know, we're just trying to have fun today. That's about it, really.
On your mind. Simple lies and simple lonely nights. When I find it in your eyes, running on and on, away belong.
You know, Stephen, Motörhead has been around forever. They have some really high standards musically.
Yep.
And it kind of ties in perfectly with what Arcadia is all about.
Yeah.
And Motörhead, this whole event going on today.
Yeah. So if you look behind me here at our stage, you know, this is the Consumers Energy stage. We do a lot of outdoor events, etc. And you know, really tying in this great music. We have some awesome bands here. We have a tribute band from Chicago called Kilmister. So we're really excited. You know, we really like the whole art, music scene. We do the art hop on a monthly basis as well. So this kind of is just part of what we do as a brewery. This setting right here is awesome because we mix beer, music, art, great food. You know,
great people,
kind of just the, you know, the cornerstone of an awesome community that Kalamazoo is.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Kalamazoo Lively Arts. Check out today's show and other content at wgvu.org. We leave you tonight with a performance by Bonehawk, a local Kalamazoo rock band, on stage in the Arcadia Ales Riverfront Beer Garden. I'm John Koch. Have a great night.
Something's wrong, won't it? Life is there. One whole life won't it? Let me in and there's blood in the water. Tides are gonna rise again. Since I don't it, find it there. One whole life drowning, let me in and there's blood in the water. Times are gonna rise again. Blood in the water. Times are gonna rise again. And again. This is nothing for the ages. Why they burn it straight to hell. Thank you.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.